Hello everyone and welcome back on the Radiator Springs Network channel. Yes, it's time to talk about another chapter in the Cars on the Road storyline. This time I'd like to focus on episode 4, The Legend, which is then my 5th favorite. Let's get started. You have the storyline Mater involves his buddy in a crazy adventure with some cryptid hunters, and while he is totally eager about it, Lightning doesn't even believe in Bigfoot. However, Lightning is not believing in Bigfoot, but then he's chased and frightened and says, okay, keep away from me. But in the end, for those hunters, the alien chase becomes more interesting and they don't even care about what happened to Mater and Lightning. Another joke is when Mater talks about spontaneity and struggles with expressing the word correctly. And also he's talking about some nice friends who turn out to be totally crazy when they are at the campfire and don't even talk to them until Lightning tries to start a conversation to keep the ball bouncing, but in the end they are totally offensive towards him. Yeah, next there is Ivy, the first real new character that is introduced in the series, and she stays with Mater for this episode. With Mater and McQueen for this episode and also for the next one, which I have already reviewed. In the end, she also returns for the B-movie episode, but there she only has a minor role. However, in episode 4 and 5, she is one of the major characters, and it's quite cool to see this because she's only one of about 2 or 3 characters that have a deeper meaning and a deeper role that is not as superficial as most of the others are, for example, Noriyuki. And yeah, so Ivy used to be a monster truck and obviously was involved in some Thunder Hollow crash stunts, but then there was this one performance she didn't like at all, so she left and decided to stay in the woods. Now she is completely covered by moss, and those hunters claim she'd be Bigfoot, so she tries to get rid of them, catches Lightning, but then he and Mater, who is also captured by her, decide to help Ivy and make this alien performance in order to frighten them. I'd say Ivy is a quite likable character. You know her motivation. You know what she aims at, and she seems to be quite cool and friendly, and there's actually nothing you could not like about her. So compared to Cruz, for example, she's not that much getting on your nerves with silly jokes. I do like Cruz, however, there were some bad traits about her. But with Ivy you have a quite basic character, but it is well done and you really like it, and you would also be in favor of seeing her return for a second season of the series. For Lightning and Mater, this encounter means to make a new friend, and this is actually what Mater aimed at for the entire road trip. Also, I liked when Ivy was dancing to this music, and this music is actually quite cool, so I always have this track in mind, and I sometimes catch myself whistling that melody. So that's also well done for this episode. Yeah, however, you have this alien show to frighten the hunters, which is quite classic if you regard the structure, and full of cliches. So, for example, you have one of the hunters, I guess it's Margaret Motorey, who says, yeah, they want to colonize the Earth and take away the essence. And if you watch, for example, the X-Files series, there are similar beliefs about aliens, and generally it's part of that genre to feature this motivation by the aliens. When the spaceship light was seen, you have had in mind similar scenes from movies and shows that are related to this, and I always thought, okay, they are trying to make fun of the X-Files, for example, and it was well done. Anyways, the animation is gorgeous in this episode. I also like the structure that is really well done, step by step, and finally you have a cool new character. So all in all, The Legend is among my favorites. Yeah, so tell me in the comments what you think about The Legend, and see you next time for another video.